Welcome to Gentle Vinyasa. For class today, we'll be using a strap and then a blanket and bolster for Shavasana, which are optional props. So just a strap or something you can use as a strap, like a belt or the belt from your bathrobe, anything like that. All right, laying back and closing the eyes. At the end of the day, it's so nice to take a few minutes to just let go of the events of the day, all of the things that happen to us and around us during the course of the day can get stored in our muscles, especially if there's any stress or tension involved. So we tend to carry that stuff in our body without even realizing it. And then it can develop into conditions such as chronic headaches, low back pain, high blood pressure. So, starting to counteract all of that by letting the back of the body melt into the earth, almost erasing the difference or the separation between body and earth. If you could feel the pull of gravity, you would feel it gently pulling you to the earth and pulling out of you any tension and strain that your body is holding on to. Try to relax every part of you from head to toe, noticing that we all have habitual patterns of where we hold tension or where we may be a little bit more rigid. And then turn your awareness to the breath, starting to slow the breath down, starting to deepen it a little bit, sending it into the belly. And focus on the breath as just another way for us to be more present and to release tension. Each breath just a little bit deeper than the one before, just a little bit slower than the one before, until you find that pace that is just perfect for you today. And letting the breath move from the belly into the rib cage and chest. Whole body now expanding to welcome that breath in, still exhaling slowly. And now drawing the right knee to the body, interlacing your fingers over the shin bone and starting to circle the ankle. And the other way.
And then let the foot be still. Keep a hold of that knee with your left hand. Stretch the right arm out to the side and then guide the knee across the body, finding a little twist here. And let's come all the way back and switch sides. Take hold of the left knee and we start with ankle circles. And the other way. And let the foot be still. Guide that leg or that knee across the body, stretching the other arm out to the side. And a big breath in. Exhale your way back to center. Draw both knees in and we'll rock from side to side. And then come all the way over to one side. And then slowly make your way up to a seat. Sit with our legs crossed. We're going to take one hand to the opposite knee, reach the other arm back behind you. And take a breath in. Exhale back to center, but keep your hand on that knee. And then take the arm overhead for a side bend. And all the way back. Hand to opposite knee, twisting the other way. Take a big breath in. Exhale back to center. Keep your hand on that knee. And then arm overhead, side bend. And all the way back. All right, let's make our way to tabletop. so here we're going to tuck our toes and we're just going to start to pulse the body back and forth. So as you move forward, you'll get a little wrist stretch. As you move back, you'll get a little foot stretch. But not too fast, just moving back and forth here. And then pause at center, flatten out your feet. Bring your left hand a little bit more to the center of the mat and bring your right hand to your lower back. So the palm is not even on the lower back, more on the sacrum, really. And then just very gently turning your body to the right. And then bring that hand back to the mat. Even out your hands here, bringing yourself back to your tabletop. And then with a breath in, we're going to reach that right arm up. With the breath out, bring it back to the mat. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, up. And exhale, bring it down. Place it a little bit more at the center. Take your left hand, place it palm facing down over the sacrum, and then turn your body a little bit to the left. Bring that hand back to the mat. Space your hands out. And then inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Tuck your toes and pulse the body back and forth. And then keeping those toes tucked, lift the knees up, make your way to downward facing dog. And here we're going to walk the hands a little bit wider. Make sure the feet have some space between them also. And then press one heel down while you bend the other knee. Just holding here for a nice calf stretch. And then switch to the other side. Right heel down, left knee bends. And then press both heels down. Reach your hips up and back. And then come down to the knees. Take the knees wide. Bring your big toes together. Sitting back into child's pose. Arms stretched out in front of you. Or if you want to support your forehead with your hands, you can do that too. Now, if you don't have your arms stretched out in front of you, stretch them out now. And then walk your left hand toward the right hand, a little side stretch. Then bring your left hand back to its original spot and take your right hand over to the left. And bring it back. Beautiful. Just a couple more breaths here. And with a breath in, we're coming back up to tabletop. Perfect. Take your right hand, palm facing down onto your sacrum. Lift that shoulder. Press your other hand into the mat for a little bit more leverage. Bring that hand down. Take your left hand to the sacrum. Press the right hand down into the mat for a bit of leverage here. And bring it down. From here, you're going to take your left leg back. So you're straightening out the leg and just placing the toes on the mat. And then take your right arm up. So different from our balancing half moon. So this targets that balancing arm and really helps to strengthen that shoulder. Beautiful. Bring it down. Stretch your other leg out. And then take the left arm up. And bring it back down. And then from here, we're going to stretch the right arm and the left leg. We're working on our core, still working on that shoulder strength. So your balancing hand presses into the mat. And come back to center and switch. Back to center and switch. Back to center and switch. Last one here. Beautiful. All the way back. Tuck your toes again. Lift to downward facing dog. And here we're going to just walk the feet out on the spot. Keeping the toes down, just alternating, lifting one heel at a time. And then take one more breath here. And as you start to exhale, you're going to walk yourself to the top of the mat. Folding forward. Bending the knees as much as you need to. Bring your hands onto your shins. With a breath in, lift about halfway up. Find some length in the spine here. One more breath in. Exhale, fold again, reaching toward the toes, and then inhale, come all the way up. Interlace your fingers overhead, side bend. And the other way. And back to center. Lift up onto your tippy toes. And let your heels come down. Take the arms out to shoulder height. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees and then take your arms out. So you're going to turn your body to the right. So arms still at shoulder height. Come back to center. Keep those knees bent and then turn to the left. And back to center again, knees still bent. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, roll the shoulders back, and then start to fold forward. Here you can start to straighten out your legs if you want to, or keep them bent. Folding as far as you can, and we're lifting those arms off the back. And then release from the bind, let your arms hang down. Ooh, thunder. Bring your hands onto your shins. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring the palms of the hands together overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart center. How exciting. Thunder. I hope the power stays on. All right. We're going to shift our weight to the left foot. Turn your right knee out to the side, just balancing on the toe. And then bring that foot somewhere to the lower leg. So we don't want to bridge the knee joint with our foot. So foot should be above or below the knee. Working on our balance here. Maybe taking the arms overhead. And then bringing the hands back together. And foot comes down to the mat. So let's just walk it out on the spot a little bit. And then onto the right foot. Turn the left knee out. And then place that foot somewhere above or below the knee. And if you like, take the arms overhead. Hands come back together. Foot comes back to the mat. We're going to bend the knees, arms out to the sides, and then turn your body to the right. And then to the left. And then we're going to flow a little bit here. So as you inhale, you're going to straighten your legs, reach the arms overhead, turn back to center. Exhale, bend the knees, turn to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, up, and this time exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you want to here. And then from here, plant your hands, walk back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees a little bit, reach your hips up and back. And then come down to the knees. Take the knees wide, big toes together. And then we're going to do a little thread the needle here. So we're going to inhale the right arm up. Hold here for a moment. Just feel that stretch through the front of the body. Take another breath in. As you exhale, you're going to thread that arm under the other, turning your body to the left, and then coming down onto the shoulder and onto the ear or the side of the face, if you will. And then your left hand is still on the mat, and we're just going to press it into the mat to help turn the body just a little bit more. Don't overdo it. Don't try to force it, but just use that leverage to help you twist a tiny bit more. And then with the breath in, press yourself back up. Get yourself realigned here, so knees still wide, toes together. And then with a breath in, take the left arm up. Hold here for a moment, feeling that stretch. Take another breath in, and then exhale, threading that arm through the other and coming down onto the shoulder, onto the side of the head, and using the hand that's on the mat for a little leverage to help you turn just a bit more. And then with the breath in, press yourself all the way back up. And then just sit back over your heels and release your body down into child's pose. And then slowly coming up. And we're going to make our way to a seat. Have your strap nearby. Feel like you want to sit up a little bit higher than just on your mat, so you can sit on your blanket or even on your bolster. Maybe not on the bolster, actually. We're going to do a bound angle first, so maybe just a blanket if you want to be up a little bit. So soles of the feet together. We're going to draw the heels in toward the groin, catching hold of the feet, and then pressing the legs down. So we want to think about the thigh bones reaching down to the mat. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, you're going to fold or bow forward over the legs. So we want to stay relaxed here, just letting the weight of the body to help open up the hips. So we don't have to keep pushing our legs down. That just happens at the beginning.
And with the breath in, we're going to lift ourselves up. Just fold your legs, just nice and casual here. And we're going to take our strap. We're going to take the strap over the right shoulder. And then you're going to reach your right arm straight up. And then bend the elbow, grab hold of the strap. Take your other arm out to the side, reach back behind you, and then bend the elbow, reach back and grab the strap. Try to keep your elbow up and try to keep your chest somewhat lifted so we're not kind of rolling the body forward. We want to keep the chest lifted. This gives our hands a chance to get closer together. And for some people, you might not even need the strap. You might be able to just kind of grab hold of your fingers. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed, relax the face and jaw. And then slowly releasing. Taking the strap over the other shoulder. Reach the left arm straight up. Nice big opening here. And then bend the elbow, grab the strap. Reach the other arm out to the side and then back behind you and then bend the elbow and grab the strap. And again, try to keep that elbow lifted up and try to keep your spine somewhat straight. Let's slowly release here. So now if you want to sit up a little bit higher, you totally can. We're going to stretch the left leg out and we're going to bring the sole of the right foot to the inner thigh. We're going to have our strap on hand in case we want to use it. So we're going to begin by sitting up tall and then you're going to walk your hands forward, reaching toward the foot. If you can't grab the foot, use your strap. And if you're using the strap, you're just going to use it to pull your body over that leg. If the knee needs to bend a little bit, you can let it bend. And with the breath in, we're going to come all the way back up and then switch to the other side. Right leg straight, sole of the left foot to the inner thigh. Take a breath in, exhale, walk your hands forward, reach for the foot. If you can't grab it, use your strap.
With a breath in, releasing the foot, lifting ourselves all the way up, and then we're going to make our way onto the back. You can keep your strap nearby. We're going to start just by drawing both knees to the chest, pulling them in nice and close to help release the lower back. And then let your left foot come down to the mat. Grab hold of your right foot, either grabbing the outer border or grabbing from the inside to take hold of the heel. And you're going to find half happy baby. So we've got a full hip flexion here, about 90-degree bend in the knee, and the knee is to the outside of the armpit. And the sole of the foot is parallel to the ceiling. Let the weight of the arm draw that knee closer and closer to the ground. Now you can use a strap here to hold on to the foot if you find it a little bit too much to try and hold that foot here. Now we're going to take our free hand, we're going to slip it behind the knee, release the foot, and then you're going to guide that leg over so that your right ankle crosses over the left thigh. Lift up the left foot so the legs come to you, and then you're going to grab hold of that right leg, interlacing your fingers behind the thigh. And again, you can use a strap here also. This is much too challenging. Or you can elevate the upper body with a blanket to help make this a little bit easier. And let's release here, uncrossing the legs, and then draw the left knee in, grabbing hold of that left foot, either grabbing the outer border or from the inside grabbing the heel, using a strap, whatever you need to do to get into half happy baby. And then slip your free hand behind the knee, release the foot, and then guide that foot over to the other leg, resting the ankle over the thigh, and then grabbing hold of that right leg, pulling everything toward you. And let's release here. Uncross the legs. Bring the knees together, walk the feet wide. And then we'll start windshield wipers side to side here. And then taking both legs over to the right side, placing the right foot over the left knee. And bring that foot to the mat. Swing your legs over to the left, placing the left foot over the right knee. And let's bring the foot back to the mat. Knees come back to center. Grab your strap. Do a quick stretch for the legs. So we're going to grab hold of the right foot. Stretch that leg all the way up with a slight bend in the knee. If you want to, you can straighten out your left leg or keep the knee bent, whatever suits you today. We're going to pull that leg in until you feel a stretch in the back of the leg. And then take both ends of the strap into the right hand, bend the knee just a little bit more, and then take that leg to the outside. And then bring the leg back to center. Now you're going to straighten the leg. Take both ends of the strap into your left hand. Stretch the right arm out to the side. And then guide that leg across the body, rolling onto the hip, but keeping the upper body, the shoulders, shoulder blades down on the ground. And let's take a big breath in. Exhale, guide that leg back. And then release the foot from the strap. Let's take the other leg up. So again, a little bit of a bend in the knee. Pull the leg in toward you until you feel the stretch. Now bend the knee just a little bit more. Take both ends of the strap into the left hand, guiding that leg to the outside. And bring the leg back to center. Straighten the leg completely. Strap into the right hand. The left arm stretches out. Let's take that leg across the body. And one more breath in and exhale. All the way back in, releasing the foot from the strap. Knees to the chest and rocking side to side. And a full body stretch. And it's time for Shavasana. So we've got a bolster for under the knees. If you have a blanket, you can cover yourself. Maybe putting on some extra layers here. And I will come around with the washcloths. Tonight it's Balance Blend. Perfect blend for winding down in the evening. It's a blend of spruce and frankincense, osmanthus, blue tansy.
Let's take a breath in, expanding the belly, ribcage, and chest. And then exhale as slowly as you can, letting heaviness spread through the whole body. Relax the face and jaw, the neck and the throat, and the shoulders. And then allow your whole body to soften from head to toe. Encourage your mind to start to quiet down here. As random thoughts might pop into your consciousness, observe them, and then let them go. In this stillness, your only task now is to simply observe the natural rhythm of your breath. Starting to bring awareness to the body with some gentle movement in the fingers and toes. And then making your way onto your right side to rest. And then making your way to a comfortable seat, closing the eyes once you get there. Let's bring the hands together in front of the heart, taking a moment to bow our heads in gratitude for this day and for the many blessings in our life. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Have a wonderful evening.